All right, guys, if you thought Psylocke was for the games, then I'm telling you right now, she's not to be messed with. I'm talking about taking on secret organizations, saving kidnapped people, and going rogue more than Anna Marie. You see what I did there, right? I'm talking about who cares about warnings and orders? I'll deal with that later. All while dealing with a traumatizing past. Welcome to Keeping It Comic, and today we're diving into Psylocke 2024. Now, everything starts with Scott holding a team meeting, and everyone's agitated because Psylocke is 30 minutes late. We find out she was late because her flight from Powdale almost got canceled due to a blizzard. Scott makes it known there's potentially 3K activity, which means more adult mutants started activating their X genes, and they're leaving now for Columbus. But Psylocke, she's benched, and she's beyond pissed about it. When she said, people are killing us, they took Krakoa from us, and that wasn't enough. It will never be enough until all mutants are eradicated from this planet and every other one. I mean, I felt that. But being benched for a week or two isn't going to work for her. Let's backtrack a few hours just so you understand why she was even late to the meeting. Because we get a crazy shot of her falling through a warehouse skylight window and stabbing 2 people with guns with her psionic knives. More people come running towards her like, where the hell did she come from? And oh man, more psionic knives. Kicks to the face, stealing a chain from one of the guys and whipping them with it. I mean, one of the guys yelled out, she moves like a ninja. And we find out there's someone being held hostage. But no worries, let's just slice through the rope that's tying her hands together like it's nothing. It seems the girl's father hired Psylocke to find her and bring her home. Even the girl is surprised. She says, but you're a mutant. My dad hates mutants. And Psylocke lets it be known. His political career doesn't have to be your path forward. And he's not the one I'm rescuing. But just then the girl screams, there are more of them. And what do? Psylocke says the coldest few lines, I swear. She said, you're going to take a nap. And zap, people start yelling like, lady, did you just kill her? And another was like, she killed everyone else too. But if anyone doesn't know, Psylocke's side blades affect the mind, not the flesh. So she lets it be known, no one here is dead, but they won't remember any of this, and neither will you. And for the record, I told you she was cold. And Psylocke charges in while still holding the girl on her shoulders, dodging bullets and knocking everyone out. Then to be even more cold, she starts leaping from the rooftops while bringing the girl home. Now, let's jump back into the present time, because as the team takes off, we can see Psylocke doesn't like being alone with her thoughts. I mean, she doesn't like being alone in general, but it also scares her because every time she trusts somebody, they end up using her. But there is one person she knows that knows Psylocke for who she is and isn't afraid of her. And his name is John Greycrow. So in case you're unaware of who he is, let me give you a little bit of background. John Greycrow is a Native American mutant who has the power to literally create weapons out of his body. I'm talking guns, knives, you name it. And it's not like he pulls them out of thin air either. They're crafted from his flesh and bones. It's actually kind of disgusting when you think about it. During World War II, John was sentenced to execution by the army for murdering 8 of his fellow officers. But John didn't stay dead thanks to his mutant healing factor. So what does he do after he's done with the military? He became a hired gun and eventually got scooped up by none other than Mr. Sinister. And if you know Sinister's involved, things are about to get shady. John became part of Sinister's hit squad, but eventually John's life took a turn after the establishment of Krakoa, which is where he started developing feelings for Psylocke. So while Psylocke is shacked up, she's having nightmares. John makes the mistake of trying to wake her up and arm grab and psionic knife while yelling, don't touch me. I mean, she has the blade right to his throat while he's still pleading with her. She finally comes to, and it's crazy because she wasn't awake the whole time she was doing any of that. Even she says, you shouldn't have woke me up. I could have killed you. And John jokes about his healing factor, but I don't think his healing would have worked on her altering his mind. I mean, think about it. If Psylocke wanted to make him forget he's a mutant, she can manipulate his memories and essentially rewrite his sense of identity. She can suppress his memories of his powers manifesting or even block his ability to recognize his own mutant abilities. But like she said, The hand groomed her to be an assassin from the time she learned to walk. Killing is easy. It's a reflex. John tries to tell her to rest, and once again, that doesn't sit right for her. So once again, she's off. And I swear, peace is not a thing for her. She knew something was up as soon as her phone rang, as she doesn't give her number out to people. But if you read the 2010 Psylocke series, then you might remember Devin D'Angelo. If you don't know him, he was a kid she saved from an underground lab that was a part of the Weapon Plus program, where him and others were forced to make anti-mutant weapons. And it seems like they kind of work together now. He asked, "How was Palmdale?" "I got the wire transfer, so I figured the mission went well." Then he says, "I got a new lead for you." An anonymous tipster alerted us to a party hosted by AIM, aka Advanced Idea Mechanics. And it seems like they develop a new variant of the mutant growth hormone. And let's be real, we've already seen Spider-Man, Jessica Jones, and even the Avengers have to deal with MGH. And now there's a new version? Nothing about this can be good. And the bigger question is, where are they getting the ingredients to make it? And that's all Psylocke needed to hear, because she's like, send me the coordinates to the party. And can I say, she cleans up nice. The bouncer asks for her invitation, and she just hits him with her power and gives him a coupon like it's nothing. The first thing you notice is most of the party members are hiding their faces. You can't be seen buying illegal drugs now, can we? But Psylocke is in, and she has Devin on comms. And it's crazy because the kid gave her a device shaped like an ear accessory that amplifies her psychic thought projection over long distances. So basically, she can think and he can hear her. Devin lets her know he's already been looking at the cams and AIM is nowhere in sight. But according to the blueprints, there's another room under the stage, but there's no cameras down there. And then someone gets on stage on behalf of AIM, and they're not alone. They've hired Donald Pierce and Skullbuster, because what's the best way to sell drugs that give you mutant powers? Hire a pair of cyborgs who share a deep hatred for mutants. But then we get the info we've been waiting for. See, the fast-acting MGH pills and injections give you a quick burst of mutant powers, but the effects wear off just as fast. The new version is a slow-release microderm needle patch. This way, you get a steady dose, and it seems everyone got a sample in their goodie bags. And now, the main event of the night, because the drugs was not enough. It's time for an auction. And what are they auctioning off? Mutant kids. The perfect ingredients for MGA extraction. And oh man, does this trigger Psylocke. Bidding starts at $500,000, and Devin is telling Psylocke to stop. But she's already full sprint toward the stage. So what does she do? She tosses the earpiece, steals someone's bid paddle, and says, "I'll take them all for $2.5 million. And here's the money." Bam. Psionic blade to the face of the announcer. Skullbuster starts shooting, and Donald Pierce is like, "We were hired to protect the guest, not gun them down." And Skullbuster said, "Then they better run fast." And here we go again with the sexy ninja action we saw earlier, because she's dodging bullets while closing in, and psionic blade to the face. Can you tell I love saying that now? And as she's in Skullbuster's head, she starts seeing things. And she can see that tortured kids. She tells him, "Tell me where you found them or I will peel your mind back like an orange." And he tells her, they were from everywhere, not just this country. And there are a lot more of them. And one thing you don't do is forget about Pierce, because he came and choked Psylocke up like he was the Undertaker. So what does Skullbuster do? He takes 5 MGA patches at once and starts looking like Bane mixed with Nemesis while throwing up lava-looking fluids. And this mutation he just went through is fugly as can be. Psylocke notices the kids watching and they're in danger, and she slashes off Pierce's arm. And there goes that muscle memory as she leaps into action, dodging beams from Skullbuster and attacks from Pierce at the same time. And for someone who doesn't want to kill anymore, it seems to come easy for her when she needs to. And even she's scared at the fact that she's not scared to kill. And we're left with a bloody but sexy pic of her standing on Skullbuster. And I must say, damn, she looks good. And there you have it, folks. I'm glad to see more Psylocke action. I feel like she doesn't get a lot of shine. And after the events of Krakoa, we can see just how it's affecting her. So who do you guys like more, Betsy or Conan? Because Conan got me ready to help her with her issues. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on this read. And if you like this video, hit the like button and help us with the YouTube algorithm. And hit the follow button so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, thanks for kicking it with Keeping It Comic.